So in this session, we're going to be talking about color correction and how to fix just about any image. So I'm going to be throwing a bunch of images your way that are pretty straightforward, okay, I can see that that needs to be fixed. Some will be very easy to fix. Some will be more difficult to fix. Although I will tell you right now, the vast majority of the time, the images are going to be pretty easy to fix. It'll be 3 clicks. But then there'll be some exceptions. So let's just start with this one. A lot of people, they start with an easier color adjustment tool. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to throw you right into the weeds with the most confusing tool in Photoshop possibly. Now, because, why not? Now, the color adjustment tools are located at the bottom of the layers palette. So right down here. And it's this little button that looks like one of those cookies that's chocolate on one side, and I don't know. It's that icon down there. You can see
it. It's a New York black and white cookie.
That's the one. That's the one.
I'm hungry.
So the thing that we're going to be using the majority of the time is something called curves, and I'm going to open it up, and you're going to be like, "That is a scary looking tool," and then I'm going to tell you, like I have for most things, ignore most of it, and then you'll be like, "Oh, this is great now." So I'm going to go into curves. Yep, scary looking tool. I got it. And I want to just focus in on 4 buttons. This, and this. And also this button right here, auto. So let's start right here with this button that says auto. And just click auto. And that already does a pretty darn good job. Now, what might have happened when you hit that is something different than what I just did. So, okay, up here, actually on just about every tool and menu is, you think there's enough options? Nope, here's even more options up here. And you'll notice that on all of the different menus they have this. I haven't used one of these before because, let's just stick with the basic options. But I do want to show you this one on curves right here. So if I click here and go to auto options, so I'm just going to click that. By default, I think it goes to enhance monochromatic contrast. I think that's the case. And then when I hit auto, let's just see what happens. Find dark and light colors, enhance brightness and contrast. So by default, it's at enhanced brightness and contrast. So I'm going to hit OK. And then when I hit auto, instead of what happened before, something like this happens. You'll notice that this is much, much worse. And the majority of the time, it's going to be much, much worse. So if you want to fix that auto option, because by default, Photoshop just has it wrong, go here. Go to auto options. This is a feature you'd never find on your own. Enhance, you just wouldn't. Enhance per channel contrast, and then just click the save default. So yeah, there we go. That's much better. And what that is doing is instead of just saying, oh, this is the lightest point, this is the darkest point, I'm going to make the lightest point lighter, I'm going to make the darkest point darker, what it's doing is saying, oh, this image is made up of a red, a green, and a blue plate. So in the way that you have a printer, it's you print cyan, magenta, yellow, black, all of that and such. I'm getting a little bit into theory here, but theory's fun. The way that you have a printer that prints CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, black layers. K doesn't stand for black. Well, let's go on. In an image on the computer, it's you have an RGB mode, it's red, green, blue, and it's those 3 plates. Oops, I'm just going to show you this really quickly. It's red, green, and blue all combining together to kind of form the final thing. So what this auto is doing now is it's saying, I'm going to adjust the red, the green, and the blue plate rather than doing it all at once. So that's kind of what we changed right there. But all you need to worry about for now is go into here, auto options, go to enhance per channel. So the channels are the red, the green, and the blue, and then just save that as the default. And then you have a much better thing in auto.